All praise be to Allah, our Creator, Sustainer and Cherisher. We bear witness there is no deity worthy of worship save Allah. And we bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and his last messenger. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bestow his peace, the blessings and mercy upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, his companions and his household, and all of his followers till the day of judgment. My dear respected brothers and sisters, fear Allah, be God conscious, and do know to whom you shall return. When everyone is held accountable for their deeds, and everyone is faced by their deeds and the hellfire, and your beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised you that you should shield yourself and your family from the hellfire by doing any good deed, as little as giving half a day in charity. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us on this earth, and He subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of providing the sustenance, the rizq for everyone. But it is His will that He ordained in this world that you work and you strive in order to reach what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined you to acquire and to attain of His rizq. هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذلولا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور. It is Him that subhanahu wa ta'ala created this universe, created this world, and submitted this earth for you. So do take the path and do follow the means of rizq as He subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed and taught you through His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And He said, do acquire and eat out of that sustenance He provided for you. And the rizq, the sustenance and the provision is a worry for every human being, believers and non-believers. But for the believers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has outlined a recipe and taught us the right steps that if you follow, then the rizq does not become a worry for you. When you achieve that true belief and reach that high level of faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it should not matter. For He subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I created you for me, and I created the world for you. So you shouldn't be worried about the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already guaranteed for you. He created you to worship Allah, and He has guaranteed that rizq and provision. So worry about the things that He created you for. That is worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He has already prescribed, He has already ordained the amount of sustenance and provision. It is already determined that you're going to achieve, you're going to attain. So don't worry about that part. And it should not be the other way around as the inclination of the human being. And this is what the Prophet ﷺ has mentioned in the Hadith Qudsi by saying, إِنَّ رُوحَ الْقُدُسِ نَفَثَ فِي رَوْعِي أَنَّ نَفْسًا لَن تَمُوتَ حَتَّى تَبْلُوَ أَجَلَهَا وَتَسْتَكْمِلَ رِزْقَهَا فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَأَجْمِلُوا فِي الطَّلَبِ. The Prophet ﷺ has beautifully mentioned that Jibreel has inspired me, had breath in my heart by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that no soul, no human being shall depart this earth till they complete their life, their age entirely. And also get all of what has been destined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in terms of sustenance and provision. So do fear Allah and ask Him for your rizq gently. Meaning, do not try hastily to get it before it's time. or do not follow any means or any path that is unlawful. Because whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed is coming to you. So don't worry about when it's gonna come and how it's gonna come. فَأَجْمِلُوا فِي الطَّلَبِ, meaning seeking it in a gentle way, in a reasonable way, in a right way. That is the path that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed for you. And throughout the Quran, throughout the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, we have certain elements that teach us or correct our way we seek the rizq. Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has encouraged us to work, strive, and always be on the go in order to seek the rizq, however, He also reminded us that when you seek the rizq, you have only to seek it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you don't, or if you forget that fact, if you become heedless of that fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala considered that an act of shirk, an act of disbelief, associating partners with Him. We always think of the shirk, or associating partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as worshipping the idols or doing some of the violations of the Tawheed. In this, actually, when it comes to seeking rizq, if you believe or if you become heedless of the fact that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who provides the rizq for you, and if you lose that focus, then it is actually an act of shirk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَعْبُدُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ لَا يَمْلِكُونَ لَكُمْ رِزْقًا فَابْتَغُوا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الرِّزْقَ وَاشْكُرُوا لَهُ إِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. So those who you worship besides Allah provide none of the provision for you, whether it's your work, whether it's your job, whether it's your boss, whether it's anything that you're asking to seek the provision by besides Allah. So Allah is ordering you, فَابْتَغُوا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الرِّزْقَ. These 4 words, duly memorize, because that it truly summarizes what it takes to achieve that rizq. فَابْتَغُوا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الرِّزْقَ. Seek the rizq from Allah. When you get up in the morning and you go to work, this should be your guiding principle. That I'm going to work, it is by the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you get your paycheck, it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when you seek anything you do, always be mindful of the fact that you're only doing things just to comply with the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَاسْرُوا فَامْشُوا فِي مَنَاكِبِهَا, that you take the path and follow the means. But it is indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who make things happen and make them and make you achieve them. فَابْتَغُوا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ الرِّزْقَ. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us a few things. Why some people are deprived of the rizq, and why some people are short of getting their rizq, when probably they think they're doing okay in their iman. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has pointed a few facts. He said, subhanahu wa ta'ala, قَالَ وَأْمُرْ أَهْلَكَ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَاصْطَبِرْ عَلَيْهَا لَا نَسْأَلُكَ رِزْقًا نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكَ وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى. And scholars have a beautiful interpretation of this ayah. They said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not order you directly to pray. He said, do command your household with prayers and be firm and steadfast in doing that. And we're not asking you for the provision, we will provide the rizq for you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making it taken for granted. Of course you're going to pray. Now it has to go beyond you to those who are surrounding you, and specifically it's your household. And as a result, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is exempting you from seeking that rizq, telling you do not worry about it, for He's the one who's going to provide it for you. So the first reason that people could be deprived of their rizq is actually any flaw in the salah of their household. And this is why Allah ordered that do command them to pray and be firm and steadfast. And if there is any shortcomings in their salah, then it is going to be reflected in your rizq. You might pray yourself, but if you are not enjoining the good, forbidding the evil, pushing for that, then that is going to be reflected in your life. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this cause-effect relationship, direct relationship between the salah and the prayer. So the salah for the abd himself and the salah for the family. And that's something people overlook and they may not be aware of. Not only should you maintain and observe your prayers, but you also have to have that trait of always al-amru bil-ma'ruf wal-nahy 'anil munkar, spreading what is good, enjoining the good that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has outlined, specifically here the prayers in this ayah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also told us about the story of Nuh alayhi salam and his people in the beautiful surah of Nuh. And he also outlined a very simple and easy recipe for obtaining the rizq. And he said on the tongue of Nuh when he advised his people, فَقُلْتُ اسْتَغْفِرُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا يُرْسِلِ السَّمَاءَ عَلَيْكُمْ مِدْرَارًا وَيُمْدِدْكُمْ بِأَمْوَالٍ وَبَنِينَ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ جَنَّاتٍ وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ أَنْهَارًا. So I advised him, I gave him the means or the solution for the rizq, and I said, do ask Allah for forgiveness. If you do that, then Allah will shower you with the rain, with the rivers, will provide your rizq wide and large. And yet they denied. This is why the Prophet ﷺ emphasized and echoed the same concept, that istighfar. And not you say astaghfirullah, it has to be something that's second nature. Said, من لزم الاستغفار جعل الله له من كل ضيق فرجا ومن كل هم مخرجا وَرَزَقَهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. This is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. قَالَ مَنْ لَزِمَ الْإِسْتِغْفَارِ, meaning that istighfar becomes something like second nature. You always do it. Because some people said, we read this hadith, we read this ayah, we heard the Imam, the Khatib saying this, and I did istighfar, right? Well, you do it a little bit, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide you according to what you've done. When it becomes a second nature, it becomes a habit, when you become addicted to it, this is exactly what the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ is. If you do that, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as per the words of your beloved Prophet ﷺ, then Allah will make an ease for any worry or concern you have. And from any adversity, He will find a way out for you. And then He will provide and sustain for you from places you can never imagine, from anywhere you can never expect. And again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a similar fashion, He said, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. Whoever fear Allah, be God conscious, always observant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then يَرْزُقْهُ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقُهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Always find a way out for him when he's in need, when he's in hardship, when he's afflicted by calamities or adversities, and also provide for him when he does not expect that. In a way, in a fashion that is mysterious. In the way that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can do, the way His hand Azza wa Jal operates in this world. One of the important ways for ghina, for achieving rizq, for overcoming poverty, and always being short. That a lot of people actually misunderstand and do the exact opposite when the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell you otherwise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قال وأنكحوا الأيام منكم والصالحين من عبادكم وإمائكم إن يكونوا فقراء يغنيهم الله من فضله. He said, do let your slaves, the orphans at that time, and the righteous people amongst you to get married. For if they're poor and they don't have enough, Allah will make them wealthy. A lot of people put a goal and they want to get married, but they don't have enough and they delay it further. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, no, you get married and Allah will make you wealthy. And that's why scholars said one of the benefits of marriage actually is a shortcut for wealth. And scholars also have deducted that. Why is that? Because it is also with the progeny, with the children, with each child. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings that provision for each child and open another way for you for wealth. But you have to be confident that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is gonna do it for you. In a different hadith, the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam tells you, قال من سره أن يبسط له في رزقه وينسأ له في عمره فليصل رحمه. Whoever is pleased or likes that Allah extend his life, give him the barakah in his time, and also expand his rizq, increase his rizq, his sustenance, then let him connect his kinship, maintain his kinship. And silatul rahim, so maintaining the kinship, is one of the important steps in order to get you that rizq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and avoid the poverty, especially the walidain, the parents, obviously, and the closer circles for you. And the scholars have said this rahim actually does not, that kinship is not only limited to the blood kinship, because as per the sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, there is rahimul ilm wa rahimul imani wa rahimul da'wah. There is that bonding kinship of knowledge, of da'wah. And all these rahims, something has to be connected for you in order to achieve that provision from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the other methods or the other means that the Prophet ﷺ has taught us also to keep that rizq, to avoid the poverty, is the dua. And there are specific du'as, variants dua, that the Prophet ﷺ encouraged his companions and left us with in order to follow, so that it can be also a mean for us to obtain that rizq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the famous ones that he taught us was narrated by Imam Muslim, when one of the companions asked him, he said, say, this is what Abu Hurairah said. The Prophet ﷺ taught us that whenever we go to bed, whenever you take your bed, on a daily basis, you say, Allahumma Rabb as-samawati wal-ardi wa Rabb al-arsh al-azim, Rabbana wa Rabb kulli shay. اللهم إنا نعوذ اللهم منزل الإنجيل منزل التوراة والإنجيل والفرقان اللهم إني أعوذ بك من شر نفسي وشر كل دابة أنت آخذ بناصيتها اللهم اكفني همي وارزقني. So these are one of the du'as that the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah will suffice you your rizq and will remove your worries. According to Aisha radiallahu anha, by Sahih al-Hakim radiallahu anhu also, and this is actually multiple occasions where people came to the Prophet ﷺ and he taught them the same dua, where he said, say, Allahumma kfini bihalalika an haramika wa aghnini bifadlika amman siwa. Oh Allah, suffice me with that is lawful instead of the unlawful, and by your virtues, by your benevolence, from everyone else besides you. And in a different hadith, also a beautiful dua that Aisha radiallahu anha taught us, when he said, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-huzn, wa a'udhu bika min al-'azzi wal-kasal, wa a'udhu bika min ghalabati ad-dayni wa qahri ar-rijal. Then a lot of companions said, whenever we said Allah, any loan that or any debt, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it to be paid off, and then Allah gave us the sustenance on top of that. Another beautiful hadith, as again narrated by Aisha radiallahu anha, she said that at one time I was in debt, and then Abu Bakr actually was in debt, and he came to Aisha, and Aisha told him that a person asked the Prophet ﷺ, and the Prophet ﷺ taught him this dua, Allahumma malik al-mulk, tu'ti al-mulka man tasha'u, wa tanzi'u al-mulka mimman tasha'u, wa tu'izzu man tasha'u, wa tudhillu man tasha'u, biyadika al-khayru innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allahumma rahman ad-dunya wa rahimahuma, irhamni rahmatan tughnini biha an rahmati man siwa. Aisha said, and she was telling Abu Bakr that at one time she was in debt. When she started doing this dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her provision. So she paid the debt, and she gave her brother a gift actually of money, and then she still had an extra wealth. A lot of people get surprised. Does this really happen? Can this really happen? Yes, but not if you have any doubt. You have to have that firm belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He in His hand has and possesses everything, and He's capable of everything. When you prove to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you have that faith, then He subhanahu wa ta'ala shows you how true it is. And you might look and say, like, it is impossible, right? And this is what Ahmad ibn Ata'illah radiyallahu anhu used to say. When you show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you break the norms and the habits of yourself, when you go out of the ordinary in disciplining yourself and bring it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will break the norms of the universe for you. But it takes that you start that with yourself and alter what you're used to. It takes breaking the bad, changing the bad, altering yourself and transforming yourself. When you abandon the Fajr prayer, force yourself to break that habit. When your tongue is not observant of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered you to do, break that habit. When you break the habits of yourself, Allah will break the habits of the universe for you. And it will become in a way that you can never think of. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who listen to the advice and follow the rest of it. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر